Alright folks, here we are, and if you've been following the channel for a while, then you know that I didn't hold back when it came to my, let's say, spirited critique of the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, and yes, that also goes for the Tab S10 Plus. Now, that's simply because Samsung's Galaxy Tab S10 series here didn't quite live up to the quote-unquote upgrade hype. But what do you say today we leave the rants in the rearview mirror and take a look at something a bit more useful, like, say, a battle? It is indeed time for our signature showdown. In one corner here we have the brand new Galaxy Tab S10 Plus, a beast packed with power, pitted against last year's fan favorite, the Tab S9 Plus. So what's really changed? Which one is worth buying or upgrading to? Or let me put it this way, is it worth trading in your trusty Tab S9 Plus or even an older model for Samsung's latest contender? Stick around as we dissect the hardware, the display, and the real-world performance. And yes, we'll get into all of the details that you care about, like, say, the S Pen capabilities and all of that AI magic or witchcraft, depending on where you stand on this. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's go ahead and hit the ground running. Let's kick things off with design. Now, if you were expecting a wild makeover for the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus, I've got some fantastic news for you. Drum roll. There is no difference. Well, just kidding there. Well, actually, not really, kinda, sort of. Because the truth is, if you've seen the Galaxy Tab S9 Plus, then you've already seen the Tab S10 Plus. Cosmetically speaking, of course. Same slick chassis and same premium finish, so much so that if you set it next to the Tab S9 Plus, not even a magnifying glass can help you find a difference there. The dimensions? Identical. The bezels? Unchanged. The dual rear camera? Yep, still there, still the same. Pogo pins, quad speakers, power button, volume rocker, micro SD card slot, and USB Type-C? Yeah, right where you left them last time. And yes, Samsung's rocking that same armor aluminum body that you probably already know from the Tab S9 Plus. But hang on there is a tiny upgrade. The S10 Plus has actually beefed up its durability with a 10% tougher aluminum frame. Not exactly a revolution, but hey, if you ever come to a close call with concrete, well, no more worries, because you'll be about 10% tougher. And also kind of a tiny giveaway here that can help us. Those very subtle camera rings only found on the Tab S10 Plus. That can tell you which is which. Now, there is an advantage to keeping that same design. If you already own a keyboard case for the Tab S9 Plus, well, you are in luck, because it fits perfectly with the Tab S10 Plus. Full compatibility both ways, so you can save some cash if you're looking to upgrade. However, there is one new twist. The AI button on the new keyboard case. With one tap, you can pull up Samsung's AI assistant, Google Gemini, or even customize it to launch something else. But is that little button worth the upgrade? I think not. Moving on to display here, it's the same great size, except one big change. We are looking at 12.4 inches on both models, featuring AMOLED 2X technology and 650 nits of peak brightness. But here's the kicker. The S10 Plus introduces an anti-reflection coating. If you are someone who uses their tablet outdoor, then this feature is a godsend. You know, less glare, more clarity, and a viewing experience that will have you wondering how you've ever lived without it. When you observe these two tablets side by side in sunlight, the difference is night and day. And I'm talking, of course, about the display. And by the way, if this is your first time visiting, welcome to the channel, of course. I truly appreciate you stopping by here. Please do me a favor, hit both the like and the subscribe button there. I truly appreciate it. Anyways, I want to talk performance, and this is where things truly heat up. The Tab S10 Plus is packing a MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus processor with 12 gigs of RAM. This is compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 on the Tab S9 Plus. 12 gigs of RAM as well, by the way. So what does this mean for you? Now, while day-to-day tasks might feel the same, the Tab S10 Plus flexes its muscles when it comes to multitasking and graphics-heavy tasks. We're talking a 28% jump in graphical performance and better overall stamina thanks to an improved cooling system. So if you are gaming, editing videos, or running demanding apps, the S10 Plus pulls ahead. Not that it's an insane gap or anything, but still, it does pull ahead of the Tab S9, noticeably. Jumping onto software here, one good thing to immediately highlight is the longer software support on the Tab S10 Plus. 7 years versus 5 of OS support on the Tab S10 as opposed to on the Tab S9 where you only have 4. Now, as far as software user experience goes, it's pretty much a mirror image between the two. Both are running one UI with identical S Pen functionality. You can still doodle, sketch out some stuff, and even use the AI-powered sketch-to-image feature. Either one supports Samsung AI features, and you might find a light difference here and there, but nothing worth mentioning here. Multitasking, as I mentioned already, is pretty seamless. Switching to Samsung decks and back, just wicked fast on either one of these two tablets. Gaming, smooth as butter on either tablet. However, as I mentioned, heavy projects and games will load a tiny bit faster, and you can render videos slightly quicker on the Tab S10 Plus. Now, cameras. Slight upgrade, but does it matter? Both tablets feature a 13 megapixel primary camera, an 8 megapixel wide, and a 12 megapixel front-facing shooter. But the S10 Plus takes things up a notch by offering 4K recording at 60 FPS. Meanwhile, the S9 Plus taps out at 4K 30 FPS. So if you were planning on using your tablet to shoot pro-level videos, well, this might be a selling point, right? And the S10 Plus also throws in some AI-backed night mode enhancement for better low-light shots. Again, are you part of that niche of people looking for these features on a tablet? You should ask yourself that question. Battery time. Both the Tab S10 Plus and the S9 Plus pack the same 10,090 milliamp battery. They both have that 45-watt fast charging, though of course you need to buy chargers separately. Where the S10 Plus pulls ahead is its efficiency. Thanks to the new processor, it promises about an extra hour of usage compared to the S9 Plus. Not a huge leap, but if every bit counts for you, well, take note. And speaking of taking notes, why don't we fly over the S Pen here? Following the overall theme of the video so far, well, it is the same stylus with the same magnetic attachment and same everything. It's still my favorite and the best native stylus on the market. It's super responsive and accurate. It's loaded with many features, so nothing that we haven't seen before. Even the AI features are all the same. Bixby, handwriting recognition, formatting, handwriting correction feature, all available on either one of these two tablets. They're also interchangeable. Tag it to your book cover and take your productivity to the next level. So, should you upgrade from the Tab S9 Plus to the Tab S10 Plus? Definitely not. The upgrades just aren't groundbreaking enough to justify the jump. Now, if you are coming from an older model, say something like a Tab S7 Plus, or if you are just entering the tablet game, the S10 Plus is definitely the best Plus tablet that Samsung has to offer right now. As I mentioned in my last video, Samsung played it safe this time around. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I was personally underwhelmed by what the new generation here has to offer, and that's just my humble take. So, what do you think? Are these upgrades enough for you to make the switch? If you need recommendations specific to you, make sure to ask your questions in the comment section, and also go watch the other videos that I made on other Galaxy tablets. You may find them useful. I'm certainly hoping that this was informative. Make sure, of course, to like the video, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. I'm also going to catch you in the next video, and up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.